Namaste. Students, let us work out two more problems of this chapter. These problems have appeared in the question paper. Aroma Limited went into voluntary liquidation. The following was its position. Assets realized 4 lakh, excluding securities given to secured creditors. That means what? This is excluding the pledged securities. This means these are the free assets. Clear? These are the free assets. Share capital is given. This should be given at the end if surplus is available. Then secured creditors 35,000. Securities realized 45,000. If they have given like this, that means what? The liquidator has sold the pledged asset for 45,000 and he settled the secured creditors for 35,000. That means there is surplus from uh, the pledged securities. Preferential creditors is given. So preferential creditors are part of unsecured creditors, but they should be paid first. Then other unsecured creditors. Then debentures, they have given liquidation expenses, liquidators remuneration. Prepare liquidators final statement. Remuneration they have given. See here, lump sum 10,000 is given. In addition, there is commission. What is that? 2% on the amount realized. So which amount realized? He sold, right? See, assets he sold for 4 lakh and he realized the securities for 45,000, correct? On this, you have to give 2% commission and 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors other than preferential creditors. So there is a twist. What is that? If they have given 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors, only this much. If they have given, what we would have done? Unsecured creditors, whatever we are giving money, on that 2% we have to give, as well as preferential creditors, whatever we are paying, on this also we should have given 2%. Right? Because unsecured creditors include these two. But in the problem, it is clearly mentioned 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors other than the preferential creditors. That means what? Preferential creditors should be excluded. So we should not give commission on this amount. We should give commission on the amount which is paid to only unsecured creditors. So liquidators final statement, assets realized 4 lakh. Then surplus from secured creditors 45,000 minus 35,000, 10,000. Then liquidators remuneration. So you can write and you can leave some space here so that we can work out. Then liquidators expenses, that is the liquidation expenses. Then the next part comes debenture holders. Next preference, the preferential creditors. Then comes unsecured creditors. Then preferential capital, equity share capital. Right? So this is the order. So after liquidation expenses, we have to pay debenture holders and preferential creditors. This you should know. So after, okay, yeah, debentures are there. So first we have to pay this. This is the first one. Then preferential creditors. This is the second one. Right? Then unsecured creditors. This is the third one. Right? After paying the liquidation expenses. So usually liquidation expenses comes and liquidators remuneration comes first. After that, debentures, then preferential creditors, then unsecured creditors. Okay, so this one we have to calculate, right? We can write liquidators remuneration and we can leave it blank. Then we can calculate liquidation expenses, debenture holders, preferential creditors. So if there is any balance, then only we should pay unsecured creditors. If there is no balance, we need not pay. Right? Okay, let us see how to calculate the liquidators commission. So liquidators commission, in the sense total amount paid to the liquidator. Liquidators remuneration includes the remuneration lump sum they have given in the problem 10,000. Okay, then 2% on amount realized. So what is the amount realized? 4 lakh and 45,000. See here we are taking 45,000. That is a sale proceed we have to take because he should be given commission on the sale proceeds. What is the sale proceed? See, one is 4 lakh. That is free assets he sold. right? Then securities realized 45,000. He has given 35,000 to secured creditors, I agree. But what is the sale proceed of the assets or securities? 45,000. So on this we have to calculate always. Okay, this you should remember. So 2% on amount realized, 4 lakh plus 45,000. On that 2%, 8,900. Then 2% on amount distributed to unsecured creditors. Here we should see first thing whether there is surplus or deficit. If there is deficiency, then you know the formula 2 divided by 102. If there is surplus, 2 divided by 100. In order to find out this, we have to calculate okay, how much cash we have and how much we are going to pay the last one, unsecured creditors. So let's see one by one. So total cash available, how much? 4 lakh 10,000. How did we get this? We should see the debit side of the statement. In the sense 4 lakh 10,000 we have assets realized and surplus total. If there is cash, we can add. So 4 lakh 10,000 we have. Then we have to make the payment, right? See here, liquidation expenses, debenture holders, preferential creditors we have to give. So this is the liquidator's remuneration, okay, 10,000. So this much cash we have, but we have to give to the liquidator as a remuneration. Then 8,900 on the assets realized. They said you have to make the payment. So again minus 8,900. Then minus 5,000 minus 2,50,000 minus 10,000. Okay, minus 5,000, 2,50,000, 10,000. So these many payments we have to make. So whatever is remaining will be the unsecured creditors, right? The amount available. So we have to, if we are deducting all these expenses from the total cash available, then we got 1,26,100, right? But what is unsecured creditors given in the problem? Look at the problem. It is 1,50,000. So we have to pay 1,50,000, but we have only 1,26,100. So as there is deficiency, we have to apply this formula. That means what? We have to, whatever, see 1,26,100, it should be given to the unsecured creditors. But we have to deduct our commission from this amount only. So commission is included in this. So we are doing 2 divided by 102, right? So when you are applying, it is 2,473 unsecured creditors here. So make the total of it. So total amount that the liquidator is getting is 21,373. 21,373. This we can fill, right? But what about this? This can be the balancing figure, but you will get it very clearly. See here. So unsecured creditors, how much cash was available for us? It was 1,26,100, right? Minus this unsecured creditors commission, 2,473, that we are deduct. So whatever this is there, amount remaining, that should be given to the unsecured creditors. Final amount, 1,23,627. See, this one. Clear? I hope you understood this problem. Okay, let us move to the next problem. The Unfortunate Limited went into voluntary liquidation when its liabilities were as under. So secured creditors, preferential creditors, unsecured creditors. Okay, the liquidator realized 2,50,000 from the securities held by the secured creditors and 60,000 from other assets. What is the secured creditors value? 2 lakh. But what is the securities held by the secured creditors? 2,50,000. So 50,000 is surplus, right? And 60,000 is the free asset. Cash in hand is given. The cost of liquidation amounted to 90,900 rupees. And the liquidator's remuneration was fixed at 3% on the amount realized. Except cash. Okay, so cash we should not include. On that we have to give 3%. 2% on the amount distributed to unsecured creditors. So how much is available, we'll see. Then we can calculate. Okay, prepare liquidator's final statement. Okay, the cash is given. When cash is given, we are writing here cash in hand 11,000, assets realized, free assets 60,000, surplus from secured creditors 2,50,000 minus 2,50,000. This is very clear. Now, liquidators remuneration. See, liquidators remuneration is paid on 3% on what? Assets realized, right? The total amount realized except cash. What he realized? Assets 2,50,000 he realized and 60,000 he realized. That means the sale proceeds is 2,50,000 plus 60, 3,10,000. Correct. On that 3%. 3%. So 9,300. Then they said 2%. See here. 2% of the amount distributed to unsecured creditors. You can make out the difference. So previous problem, what did they say? Unsecured creditors except other than preferential, they said. So we haven't given commission on preferential in that problem. But here they have given only unsecured creditors. Unsecured creditors includes preferential creditors, I said. So we have to give commission on this preferential creditors as well as unsecured, because these two, unsecured creditors means preferential and unsecured, right? So we have to give 2% commission on that. See here, 2% on preferential creditors. So what is the preferential creditors amount? 40,000, right? It is given in the problem. So 40,000, 2%, 800. Then 2% on unsecured creditors. Here we should see whether sufficient cash is available first. So when you are adding 1,21,000, okay, so you have to pay 9,300 and 800, then liquidation expenses around 20,000, then preferential 40,000, right? This you should keep in mind. So only if the amount remains, then we can give for unsecured creditors. Let's see. Total cash available, how much? 1,21,000, debit side total. Less, you should see what are the payments that we are supposed to make. 9,300, 800, 19,900, and 40,000. Right. So 70,000 is the cash available for the payment of unsecured creditors. No. 70,000 is the total payments, right? That we are supposed to make. We have 1,21,000 with us. So the remaining amount is only 51,000. So we can pay only 51,000 to the unsecured creditors. So there is deficiency. When there is deficiency, what is the formula? 51,000 into 2 divided by 102, 1,000. Correct? So total commission you calculate. You can calculate it separately and you can write. Okay, no problem. So 11,100. Now, what is unsecured creditors? Actually, how much we had? 51,000, right? And how much commission we paid for unsecured, in the sense on behalf of unsecured creditors? 1,000, right? So 1,000 minus 1,000 is 50,000. So this is unsecured creditors. Or else you can write the balancing figure also, no problem. Right? So this is what. I hope you understood this problem. Thank you.